hey, what if you bring your car to the repair shop and someone steals it? And the repair shop says, hey, not my fault. I was locked up, and what do you want from me? What are your, what's your recourse? And I said, you're talking about a bailment contract. And she's like, what's a bailment contract? Bailment contract is when you entrust somebody with your stuff, whether it's your car at a repair shop or your car at a valet or your clothes at a dry cleaners, and they make off with it or they ruin it or it's gone or it's whatever. I mean, that stinks. And they say, hey, listen, not my fault. Maybe they even give you a ticket that says, we have no liability. Sometimes that stuff's enforceable, often it isn't. So what are your rights and what are your remedies? You're the Bailor, they're the Bailee. Usually it's the victims, the plaintiffs, the Bailors, duty to, or burden to prove that the other side, in this case the Bailee, did something wrong. But in a bailment contract, the script is flipped. And it actually, after you as the Bailor prove that you gave the Bailee your stuff, it becomes their burden to show that they didn't act negligently in ruining it or losing it. And that puts all the work on them. And it's a much better construct than if you have the burden of proof. And that's why in a bailment situation, often you're in much better shape. They might tell you, hey, listen, why don't you just file an insurance claim? You know what? Why don't you file an insurance claim? I don't want my rates to go up. I don't want to pay deductible. Screw that. You know what? You pay me, you make a claim. I didn't do anything wrong except trust you with my stuff. And if they still say no, 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 you can still take them to court, can sue them for breach of bailment, breach of contract, negligence, theft, fraud. There are a lot of things you can do. In small claims court, maybe a higher level court, depending on the value of the stuff. But if some Bailee loses or ruins your stuff, it's not like in Seinfeld, the law of the dry cleaners, where, you lose one, you take one. No, you have rights here. You can go after them.